that's exquisite, nostalgic, and absolutely terrifying. Please buckle down. So finally, I'm doing the other half of the Digital Film Festival reviews, this one being Alien. Alien is the classic 1979 film directed by Ridley Scott, starring Sigourney Weaver, and it's about an alien that gets on a spaceship and starts killing people. Extremely simplistic sort of idea, considering that it is pretty much a sci-fi version of slasher films. So instead of Michael Myers coming around and slashing up people in a suburban neighborhood, there's a xenomorph going around sticking its tongue mouth out at people and eating their face. Alien is a classic movie, and it's the super height of where Ridley Scott was in his career. And while he's tottered through the years, he's now nowhere even close to where he used to be. This movie is nostalgic in so many ways, it's impossible to name them all. The architecture of the ship, the color scheme of it, how the computers work, the design of the spacesuits looking sort of like samurai armor, the xenomorph itself with its tail, its head, its design, the way it can curl into blackness, the iconic chest-busting scene, the scene where Ripley tries to blow up the ship and then has to run back after the xenomorph's there, the scene where she gets into the suit, all sexy like with those legs, all trying to not wake up the xenomorph. There's so much to talk about this movie, it's near impossible to describe every reason why I like it. I guess the one thing I could talk about that I like above all else is the character who survives. That being Ripley, who for the first, 30 minutes, you don't even think is a main character. I remember when I saw it the first time, I kind of thought Dallas was going to make it, or at least make it to the end. When he dies off halfway, I was like, holy crap! Mind you, I wasn't really thinking about that for the first few seconds, because all I could think of was seeing Dallas turn around with a flashlight, and the alien going, oh, that just gives me shivers all over. I like that Ripley comes into the story. I like that she isn't given to you right off the bat. She kind of comes across as this very stern person, but we realize that that's part of what her character is, and that's what really helps her survive. Another thing I was really impressed about this movie with seeing it on the big screen was the cinematography. A lot of stuff is very close up. I never realized how close up it was to people's faces throughout the entire movie. It really gives that feeling of claustrophobia, this lack of being able to escape. The whole premise of the movie is in space, no one can hear you scream. That is one of the most iconic taglines of horror ever, and I can finally really understand it now. While even being in a spaceship, it doesn't matter because you're all alone. Nothing can take this thing on. Nothing can beat it, except the evil, dark, limitless blanket of space itself. Needless to say, I loved watching this movie on the big screen. Sure, some of the scares didn't get me as much as they did before, but that's what happens when you watch a horror movie. Stuff doesn't scare you as much. But the atmosphere from the theater makes the entire experience so intense, I had white knuckles, even though I knew it was going to happen. So it should be no surprise, but my final rating for Alien is a 7 out of 7. Now, whether it's better than Aliens is a question I have pondered for a really long time, and I don't know if I can answer it, but I will try in the next video. Sorry Sean isn't here, but when we got back from the movie theater, he had to go home, and I was just too tired to do it right afterwards, and I've been really busy this week. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I hope you guys like this new angle. I'm trying something different because I hate setting it up over there. So let's see if this works. All right, see you guys next time. Buckle down.